Okay sisiwami, ngiphume phezolo mna kwabanye abasinde kufini underground ngenxa yongangeni kudla emayinini since it's what you call this operation yamapolisa iveyangena ngokukhawuleza singayi-expectanga kwavaleka yonke into. So underground mina bendiyozisebenzela ukuthi mandiphume ndibe nemali ndikhona ukondla ifamily yam because angisebenzi. Baqale ngokuphakathi singibone kulahlelwa amatye almost every day, kulahlelwa amatye almost every day, kulahlelwa amatye every day, kungasehlika irope until we recognize ukuthi no ngamapolisa la abhezi phezu kwee-mines zonke because akho nto seyifumanayo until sizonothisa 2 weeks back by Tuesday sekufika umuntu othunywa ngamapolisa phantsi kuthi ukuthi mazosixelela ukuthi ukudla bazokwehlisa abantu babaphume emayinini bonke. Is plus minus kwindawo bendikuyo mna 800, so andazi kwezinye ii-levels because umgodi mkhulu ufana nehlabathi lilonke jikelele.
So we're back at the Stilfontein gold mine, the old Stilfontein gold mine here in Stilfontein, where the rescue operation continues for a large number of miners. And I say large number intentionally because, again, still a bone of contention exactly how many people remain underground. It ranges anywhere between hundreds, possibly to thousands. That number not yet confirmed. And I suppose it's one of those things that we wait to see as they re-emerge, just what sheer numbers really are beneath the surface of the ground in this disused mine shaft just behind me. But what we've seen happen today, we arrived to some of the miners marking a register, or the community members rather, marking a register today, and they were a part of a self-appointed rescue team from this community nearby, and they were going to assist the miners underground who want to come up or whose health is in a dire situation enough for them to come up. And it's such a tedious process bringing those illegal miners up a shaft of about 2.5 kilometers, what we've heard from officials yesterday. So you can imagine that distance, and trying to hoist them back up with this pulley system requires quite an extraordinary amount of manpower. And some of the issues that we've seen here is the issue of police refusing to add additional aid purely because they say it's not within their mandate, for starters, but they also don't have the resources to make this process easier of pulling the people up. And so one of the questions has been why it's taking so long for people to come up to the surface. It's purely because the system that they're using, that pulley system to hoist people up, is actually so tedious.
What they do is they drop a rope with a letter to the people. They don't go in. They drop a rope with harness, and when it goes down there, those people down there, they have to put the harness in it and then make sure they tight him up, and then or the guys on top, and then they pull him up. That's how they do it. But we believe people got the right to food. People got, people in prison got 3 meals. And now what's wrong with these people who are not allowed to get food? And at the same time, they are weak and died. So the government have to be held accountable for killing people, because it's them that are killing people. Nobody died when they're still getting food and everything. You come in, you stop food, and at the same time, you can't even have useless police. They can't even do anything to assist those people to come out. It's volunteers from the community who came out here and take out people, and still you can't even supply water and so on. The government must be sued for killing these people. So we're gonna do exactly that.
At the moment, we've seen only 2 people coming up, and both have been rushed to hospital for additional medical care. So can you imagine, over the course of this entire day, that system has only yielded bringing up 2 people back to the surface. And post a meeting with Police Minister Senzo Mchunu, which happened yesterday, there was a team that was established to assess exactly the situation in the shaft, what it would entail, what it looks like for starters, what it looks like going down into the shaft, what it would entail, what resources and aid would be required to help find a more efficient way, I suppose, of bringing these people outside of this police system that currently exists. And so that team arrived also this morning, including the mine owner of Stilfontein, the MEC of Community Safety here in the Northwest is also part of that, law enforcement, of course, and a few community leaders are part of that team that has assessed rather, and put together a report for officials, for government, setting out exactly what needs to happen to make this process speedier so that these people are brought back to the surface. And so we've also had that. And where we stand now is that there are also negotiations with law enforcement, from what we understand, to send down parcels, 600 to be exact, of instant porridge as well as water to those who are still beneath the surface of the earth. It does need, of course, a sign off from the MEC of Community Safety. So as far as I understand, we're waiting, or at least the community leaders that are going to be sending in the parcels and the aid to the miners underground are waiting for the go-ahead from the MEC, who is heading up that team that I spoke about that's assessing the situation and assisting. So we'll see how that plays out. And of course, we continue to monitor it over the next couple of days and wait to see just how many emerge over the next couple of days. Nogukhanya Mdambo, Eyewitness News in Stilfontein, Northwest.
Yes.